It is September the 10th, 2025.
This is The Warning.
24 years ago this morning, the world stood at the edge of a hinge on the eve of a new epoch. And here we are, a quarter century later. Fascism is descending on America as Trump consolidates authoritarian control, but the American people are defiant. And yesterday, Donald Trump met some of them in the streets of Washington, D.C., when for the first time, he slipped his leash and left Predator Patio at the White House and the gates of Mar-a-Lago or Bedminster or one of his many golf clubs. And he was greeted with an American salutation. He doesn't have much contact outside his bubble, but he got some last night.
Trump is the Hitler of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time! What do you want your legacy to be?
Let's go. Time to go.
Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler
Time to
of
go.
our time! He was welcomed here! He's terrorizing communities in
Let's go. Time to go.
He's terrorizing communities
Time to
all
go.
over the world!
Time to go.
To Puerto Rico!
Let's go.
Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time!
And it's a good thing, because the American people have a right to be angry, and they have a right to be disgusted. With so much capitulation amongst the elites, at the newsrooms, in the C-suites, in the big law firms, in the university boardrooms, it gives MAGA a false impression about the character of the people that they draw nearer to with their offensiveness, with their abuses of power, with their declarations that they are the law, that they are the truth, and what they say is real, despite what you see and what you know is in fact fact. Ted Turner was a global visionary, and CNN was the jewel of his genius, a global news network that is seen around the world. And yesterday, somewhere in a hotel lounge in Vietnam, an American and a Brit, or maybe citizens from a dozen different countries, would have understood, if they can read and they follow the news and they inform themselves, that the concept of the free press in America is being extinguished if a corporation directs it. Listen to John Berman of CNN destroy forever every vestige of his credibility as he tries to explicate Donald Trump, not appropriately, from the accusation of a crime against a child, because there is no crime charged, though there is depravity and abuse accused.
Again, I do want to say we have no reason to think that he was in any way involved with that check itself. Also, no reason to think he's detected any wrongdoing involving Jeffrey Epstein. You noted, you're a prosecutor, you're a lawyer here, there's this defamation.
I would say we have lots of reasons to think he was involved in wrongdoing. I mean, at this point, there's a lot of smoke. There may be some fire, but I would just push back and say I think there's a lot of reason to think Donald Trump was involved.
Involved with what? I'm sorry, what exactly, what proof do you have that he was involved with wrongdoing in regards to Jeffrey Epstein? And if that's the case, why have there been no prosecutions over 20 years here? Because there haven't really been any allegations that he was involved with wrongdoing.
There are a lot of connections where Donald Trump was named, right? We had a 14-year-old claiming that she was raped by him, then withdrew that claim after she was apparently threatened. His name appears a lot, and again, we at this point, our job is to find justice for these survivors, and that means that we need to continue digging, knowing that there is a cover-up taking place right now.
Look at the fear in John Berman's eyes. Look at the calculations. He's not delivering the news to you. He's asserting as a spokesperson on a puppet string the Donald Trump political position. That not only is Trump innocent of all of his associations with the most notorious pedophile of the 21st century, evaluating the relationship is silly because, according to John Berman, it's above suspicion. Now, Carolyn Levitt tells you that this card drawn by Trump was not drawn by Trump. And his son, Eric Uday, says it was not drawn by Trump, though it was drawn by Trump. They are lying to you. And of course, there is the letter reported by Tara Palmieri about Epstein's 40th birthday. The card from his 50th birthday was nothing new. Everybody knew. But the position of CNN is that there's nothing to look at because there is nothing suspicious, lest I suppose they be sued for $10 billion or, like CBS News, have a government minder installed, a Trump zealot, to oversee the newsroom and evaluate fairness. And let's go to the ignorant child at Texas A&M, where we have a preview of the future in authoritarian America. We have an ignorant child at a great university who believes, because she received no civics education apparently whatsoever, that Trump is king and he decrees the laws through executive orders. Listen to this ignorant child.
It's kind of a recap of our remarks on gender and sexuality. We range from last class. What did we do get to in our last class?
I just have a question because I'm not entirely sure this is legal to be teaching. Because according to our president, there's only two genders, and he said that he would be freezing agencies' funding programs that promote gender ideology. And this also very much goes against not only myself, but a lot of people's religious beliefs. And so I am not going to participate in this because it's not legal, and I don't want to promote something that is against our president's laws as well as against my religious beliefs.
Now, I don't know what was taught in the class, but ideas shouldn't be illegal in America. And the notion that they can't be expressed in a college classroom because an ignorant child, like a Maoist with a red book in the Cultural Revolution, will inform the authorities so that that person's career and life and reputation may be destroyed by the mob, the MAGA mob. That is a preview of the world to come that's forming. Donald Trump has lied to the American people about big things and small, but now the lies are turning deadly. The very same people who tell you that he did not draw the card that he drew tell you that the great military buildup in the Southern Caribbean is justified. Soon, Donald Trump will bring war. This morning, Americans woke up to the news that the first shots fired by NATO ever at Russian military hardware were fired in the skies above Poland, where it has always been the case that it is the place where the Third World War is most likely to start. And so, this morning on the 10th of September, 24 years on from the terrible day tomorrow, the world inches towards war, and a curtain of insanity and authoritarianism descends in the United States. A feckless opposition blinks and capitulates, and the last line is forming. And that line will be an iron line. That line is where Americans will stand. And they will stand in defense of their liberty. And that is the warning to MAGA. Do not trifle with the American people. It is a grave misjudgment on your part. And you saw, Donald, last night, their anger. And no, for all of the MAGA scumbags, for a very long time in this country, after this obscenity ends, there will be no peaceful meals anywhere. This is the warning.
I'm Steve Schmidt. This is The Warning. I invite you to join this community where I promise to be honest, blunt, and direct about what is happening in this country. America is in crisis. Follow and subscribe to this channel and on Substack. Thank you.